Yo, sup buds? Today's video is gonna be a interesting one. Today we are taking a look at this thing. I have no idea what it is. I was randomly on Amazon and it showed up and it was cheaper than an orange pie. And it promised a CPU with 6 cores and 12 threads. So I'm hoping that that's what it has. I also bought the sketchiest power supply alive. It weighs about, I don't know, less than a pound. But it has good reviews, so I'm not too worried about it. But it is the cheapest power supply. I only got a cheap power supply because it would arrive the same day as the motherboard. But yeah, let me just go through the Amazon listing with you, and you can see what I saw and why I had to pick it up. So here's what I actually purchased, and it's a little suspicious. It's one of those posts where it says quad core, but then it says 6 core strong performance right after. So you just kind of know it's a little bit sketchy. It's probably from China. But if we go down, it does seem promising because it's got 6 cores and 12 threads, and they're only clocked in at 2.66. But yeah, this is the page for it, and this is what I bought. Okay, so right now I am flashing HiveOS onto a USB drive. I'm really hoping that on boot up it just goes straight into the USB drive. It promises an Intel Xeon, and I think a lot of like the X boards will automatically just boot into the USB drive. So that's what I'm hoping. And yeah, so if it works, I will take you on to the next step. Alright, here's the first boot up of the machine. I got HiveOS on that USB stick there, and I'm hoping it just picks it up right away, or else I have to hope that one of my GPUs will be able to, work on it. But yeah, let's fire this bad boy up, and I think the power's already on, and let's trip the power here. Oh, she's booting up. I just had to switch there's a little switch back here that said 240 or 115 volts. So I had to switch it to 240. And we are booted here. So now let's see if we show up on HiveOS. I'm hoping we do. Okay, well, the current rig isn't showing up on my HiveOS. It is the bottom one there. So it still says it's not connected. And it's been running for a bit here, so I think I might have to turn it off and grab myself a GPU. Hopefully I can run the GPU. I'm not too sure, but let's hope. Okay, what the hell? I put in graphics card. And I changed the power supply. All of a sudden Ethernet was working for a second, and now HiveOS is posting. I'll be back when it actually shows up on my actual HiveOS. Okay, there we go. And it's actually has 12 threads, which I'm very surprised. It doesn't have Wi-Fi on it, so I gotta install some Wi-Fi drivers on it because I have a dongle, and then we'll get it mining after I'm done that, and then yeah, we'll see where this video goes from there. Okay, so basically, I took a power supply from my other CPU rigs, and I installed a graphics card into it, and just to make sure that HiveOS was actually working, and it was. So I'm pretty sure this cheap one is gonna work. And also, I got Wi-Fi enabled on it. So I am going to set up this motherboard. I'm going to put back this GPU in my GPU rig. I'm going to set up this motherboard where it's going to live. And then we're going to install a miner on it. And we're going to see what kind of hash rates we get. Oh man, this has been such a hassle. But I am happy I got Wi-Fi working. So yeah. Oh, and also, this USB right here, I'm pretty sure it's only USB 2.0, and I'm pretty sure these USB ports are only 2.0. And writing anything to this USB takes forever. So to install the drivers, so I have 1 gigabyte internet, but to install the drivers, it literally took like 30 minutes just to write the drivers for my TP link there. So yeah, so I'm gonna move everything to where it's gonna live, and then we'll go from there, and we'll install a miner on it and see what kind of hash rates we get. All right, so here's where this unit's gonna live. I just realized that I have 5 CPU rigs all connected to one outlet, but that should be okay, I'm hoping. And yeah, let's see if this shows up on HiveOS, and we'll get a miner on there, and we'll get her going and see what kind of hash rate this little 6-core Xeon gets. So this video is probably the biggest waste of money I've ever spent on a Verus mining machine. So this power supply here, absolute piece of shit. It's 400 watts, and I had it connected up to this, and I was like, oh, like why isn't it working? Because I had it hooked up to this power supply, and everything was working fine. And I was like, oh, okay. I maybe just something happened. So I connected this power supply back up, and still nothing. It just wouldn't work. So now I went out, and luckily it was secondhand, but I bought another power supply off a lady. She bought it for her husband, but her husband didn't need it. It's a 600 watt power supply, and the only saving grace was that this power supply came with an AC adapter or power cord, and this one didn't. So that was the only use case this power supply will ever fucking see. So what a waste of money. Now let's go to HiveOS, and I'll show you its performance, because its performance is absolutely fucking terrible. Okay, so after all of that, I think in total this video has cost me 260 Canadian, but we are getting 6 megahash for $240 with a CPU that has a TDP of 95 watts. So this literally gets the same as an Orange Pi, but at 10 times the power cost. So I named this miner the Burden, and I'm going to keep it going, and I am not going to get it a new cooler. I will let that cook at 75 degrees Celsius. And yeah, that was a big waste of money. So yeah, I'm actually not mad at all in this. It looked like a good opportunity. It was for $140. You got a motherboard, RAM, CPU, and a CPU cooler. And the CPU that it said had 6 cores, 12 threads, and I was like, you know what, for $140, let's try it out. And you know what, there could have been a possibility that I found the next, everyone buy this miner, but no, it ended up just being a big waste of money. And my first lesson is don't buy no-name power supplies just because they're cheap as hell. And second, there really is no second lesson. Just, I took the risk and it didn't pay off. And hopefully it made an entertaining enough video because I think it's pretty funny. I will link, don't buy it, but I will link what I bought down below and you can see for yourself what I purchased. So yeah, all my affiliate links are down below. All my links to my social media is down below, and the link to my Discord. We're all friends there, and we all help each other's mining setups grow. So yeah, I will check you later.